In this session, you will learn about tokens in Python. What are tokens? Tokens are the smallest individual units in a program. So consider this simple assignment statement: A is equal to 10. Python breaks each statement into components, individual components. They're also called lexical components. And this each component is called as a token. Here in this statement, A is an identifier, equal to is an operator. Actually, it is called as the assignment operator. And 10 is a literal, or also called as constant. So in this simple statement itself, there are three types of tokens. Now let us classify tokens. Tokens are classified into identifiers, keywords, operators, delimiters, and literals. So first we will learn about identifiers. What is an identifier? An identifier is a name given to a variable, function, class, module, or object. So when a programmer writes the code, he needs to give names to variables, functions, class, modules, objects, etc. So this user-defined names, they are called as identifiers. You are already familiar with the term variable. Variable is a name given to a memory location to store a value. Now these terms, function, class, module, object, about these you will be learning in the future classes. Now here you can see some identifiers, but all of them are not valid. Some are valid and some are invalid. How do you know which are valid? For this, Python gives us some set of rules. The first rule is an identifier may contain alphabets, digits, and underscore. So you can form an identifier by using alphabets, digits, and underscore. And an identifier must begin with an alphabet or underscore. So even though you are allowed to use alphabets, digits, underscore, it must begin either with alphabet or underscore, which means an identifier cannot begin with a digit. In Python, lowercase and uppercase are treated differently. That is why Python is case sensitive. Therefore, the identifier sum written in lowercase and the identifier sum with S in uppercase are different identifiers. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. You will learn about keywords in the next slide. So here I have used two keywords, for and def. They cannot be identifiers. Python will throw error. Special characters other than underscore are not allowed. Special characters means percentage symbol, hash, dollar, greater than, less than. All these are special characters. So Python allows only underscore to appear in your identifier. So here why these two are invalid, dollar total and mark percentage. These two are invalid because special characters are appearing. So now let us list out the rules for identifiers once again. An identifier may contain alphabets, digits, underscore. An identifier must begin with an alphabet or underscore. Python is case sensitive, therefore some and some are different identifiers. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. Special characters other than underscore are not allowed. So next we will move on to the token keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are reserved words that belong to the language. Let us list out the keywords in Python. So I have arranged them in alphabetical order. Some keywords you are familiar because you have learned them in C++, like if, else, for, while, break, continue, return. So these keywords are familiar to you. Next we will move on to operators. There are 5 types of operators in Python: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, and conditional operators. In Python, arithmetic operators are binary operators that take 2 operands and perform a calculation on them. In C++, we have unary arithmetic operators also, increment and decrement, plus, plus, minus, minus. But these 2 operators are not available in Python. Therefore, in Python, all the arithmetic operators are only binary operators. What do you understand by binary operators? Operators which require 2 operands to operate are called as binary operators. Now let us see the arithmetic operators in Python: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, and exponent. Now let us assume A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 3. Now we will form arithmetic expressions. Now A plus B is an arithmetic expression. So when I substitute these values 10 and 3 to A and B, 10 plus 3, you get the result as 13. With the subtraction A minus B, so 10 minus 3, the result is 7. A into B, 10 into 3, result is 30. A divided by B. So here only there is difference in Python and C++. Here A divided by B, 1 slash, if you use 1 slash, Python will do float division. Float division, that is, it will give the quotient as a float value with decimal place. So here 10 divided by 3, it will give the answer as 3.333. The next one, floor division, you can see the symbol for floor division, that is the operator for floor division is double slash. So A double slash B. So 10 divided by 3, it will give integer answer, integer result, that is the quotient should be taken as an integer. So here 10 divided by 3, the answer is 3. Modulus, so you know already, modulus gives the remainder after performing integer division. So modulus means remainder. So A modulus B. 10 modulus 3. When you divide 10 by 3, the remainder is 1. So the result is 1. Exponent, that is double asterisk, which means to the power of. Exponent means to the power of. So A exponent B means A to the power of B. So 10 to the power of 3. 10 into 10 into 10. So the result is 1000. I hope the arithmetic operators are clear to you. Next we will move on to the relational operators. Relational operators are also called as comparative operators. Relational operators are also binary operators that compares two values and return either true or false. So a relational expression gives a Boolean value, true or false. So here are the relational operators: greater than or equal to, lesser than or equal to, equal to. Note that equal to is given as double equal to. Not equal to. Not equal to. The operator is exclamation equal to. So once again, let us assume A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 3 and form relational expressions using A and B. So A greater than B. So 10 greater than 3, it is true. The result is true. So you can see here that Python gives the result as a Boolean constant, the word true, not as 1. In C++, true means 1. So here in Python, true means true itself, the constant. True itself is a constant. That word itself is a constant. So the result is true. A greater than or equal to B. 10 is greater than or equal to 3. True. A less than B. 10 less than 3. False. A less than or equal to B. 10 is less than or equal to 3. Once again, false. A equal to B. 10 equal to 3. Again, false. A not equal to B. 10 not equal to 3. It is true. Next, we will move on to the logical operators. Logical operators perform logical operations on relational expressions and return either true or false. So we will see what it is. There are 3 logical operators in Python: and, or, not. So there are no specific symbols for these logical operators. The word itself is an operator. And, A and D, and in lowercase. That keyword itself is the operator. And, or, not. So I have written expression here: A greater than B and A greater than C. So take this expression. So A greater than B and A greater than C, they are relational expressions. And they are connected by a logical operator, which is AND. So when two relational expressions are connected by logical operator, then only you will get a logical expression. Similarly, by using the OR operator, I have given an expression: A greater than B or A greater than C. Next, not A greater than C. So among these 3 logical operators, AND, OR are binary operators. because they require two operands, both on left hand side and right hand side. Whereas not is a unary operator. So you can note the expression for not A greater than C. So there is an expression, relational expression only on the right hand side and not on the left hand side. So that is why not is a unary operator. Okay. Now let us find out the result of each of the expressions. Let us assume A is equal to 10, B is equal to 15 and C is equal to 8. Now in this expression, A greater than B, that is 10 is greater than 15. 10 is greater than 15, it is false. Okay, A greater than C, 10 greater than 8, it is true. False and true, the result is false. False and true, the result is false. How do I come to the conclusion it is false? Because of the truth tables which you learnt in 11th standard. So false means 0, true means 1. So look at the AND truth table. So in this truth table, in the second row, 0 and 1 is 0. 0 means false. So that is why you get the result as false. So you should be thorough in the truth tables of AND, OR and NOT. So next we will go on to the next expression using the OR operator. So A greater than B, 10 is greater than 15, false. A greater than C, 10 greater than 8, true. False or true is true. So how do you know it is true? Once again you check out the OR truth table. 0 or 1 is 1. So that is why you get the result as true. So next is the expression with the NOT operator. Not A greater than C. A greater than C, 10 greater than 8, it is true. Not true means false. So not inverts the operand. It is an inverter. If the operand is true, it will make us false. If the operand is false, it will make the result as true. So true means 1. So in the not truth table, not 1 means 0. So the remaining two operators, assignment operator and conditional operator, we will see in the next session. Also, we have two more tokens to discuss, delimiters and literals. Thank you, students.